Hey guys, in today's video I wanted to talk about a specific topic, a specific question that I get every time a new iOS version is released, and that is related to dark mode. A lot of people are asking, will Apple ever introduce dark mode? Is there any signs that they're working on dark mode? And in today's video I want to share my thoughts on when we can expect dark mode to be featured on iOS. Let's begin. First up, I want to talk about some of the things that Apple has been doing that's hinting on this feature coming to iOS. First up, this year with macOS Mojave, they introduced dark mode for the Mac, right? So once Apple introduces a feature for the Mac, sometimes usually migrates over to iOS. Apple is constantly trying to migrate iOS with macOS in order to give users a unified experience. So that seems to be a trend going on here. So that's number one reason why I believe dark mode will be coming to iOS shortly. Another reason I believe Apple will be introducing dark mode within iOS fairly soon is within certain menus. For example, if we tap on 3D touch on an image here in the camera or the camera roll, you see that the menu is white, no dark mode present. However, if I go over to the cameras menu, you see that if I 3D touch on the same image, the image actually has a dark mode UI around it. So it's already built into iOS, it's just separate. So again, if I go into photos and 3D touch, the dark mode does not appear, but if I go into camera and 3D touch on the same image, dark mode menu appears. This is not just only present within the photos and cameras application. If we go to the watch menu here for watchOS, this is pretty much the settings application with dark mode. General, brightness, all the settings that you will find within iOS settings is just that the watch application has a dark mode theme to it. So another hint on why Apple will most likely be bringing dark mode. It just makes a lot of sense, especially on OLED display iPhones. The battery will skyrocket. I also want to talk about Smart Invert. A lot of people use Smart Invert as a dark mode feature for iOS, and in some way it is, but it's not completely baked in place. So if we go to applications like iTunes, we go to applications like the App Store, we go to applications like Photos. I mean, it is just all over the place. Things look as they should, but also have a dark theme around it. But this is more of an accessibility feature, so it's not a full-fledged dark mode, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Now, when can we expect a dark mode for iOS? And this is fairly simple to predict. Apple will most likely introduce dark mode as one of the major features for iOS 13, giving iOS a completely redesign. We're expecting a complete redesign of iOS with iOS 13, and of course, this will extend the battery at least 2 to 3 hours additionally on OLED display devices, because as we know, OLED displays have the ability to turn off individual pixels, and when there's a dark section, no pixels are lit, meaning more battery life. So that's just my thoughts. I wanted to answer this question. I get this question every time a new software update is available for iOS. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.